Hey guys, welcome back. I am back with yet another fall themed video. Like I mentioned, I am going hard on the autumn season this year, and hopefully you guys are fine with it because again, I love fall so much, and the weather has really been putting me in that cozy state of mind, and it makes me just want to talk about all of the fall cozies. And so that's what I'm going to do today. As you can tell from the title of the video, this time I am actually going to be talking about some fall cozy mysteries that are available on Kindle Unlimited. So a little bit of a caveat, this of course is the books that are available on KU as of this video, so hopefully by the time that you check it out, whether it's as soon as the video comes out or next year or whatever, these books are still available on KU. But that said, let's just dive into the books. Now, as usual, I'm only giving you just a little bit of a sprinkling. I feel like I hit you guys pretty hard a couple of videos ago with my huge 30 book recommendation of fall cozies. I wanted to scale it back a little bit this go round because we gotta be practical, gotta be a little bit realistic. There's only so many books that we can read, at least until we transition into Christmas, because I also go really hard for all of the Christmas themed cozies. So that said, I've got just a small handful of KU cozy books that are relating to fall. So let's go ahead and dive in with the first one, which is called Candy Coated Murder. And it is part of the Pumpkin Hollow Mystery Series. It's by Kathleen Suzette. Now, this one is fun because it is set in a Halloween kind of themed town, and the amateur sleuth runs a family-owned candy store, which that sounds so fun. You're definitely getting your kind of fun Halloween trick-or-treat vibes with this one, which is perfect because, again, I want to do a little bit of a mix between kind of fall themed cozies, but then also some Halloween sprinkled in there. Now, I will say it's always exciting for me to stumble across cozies with a big backlist, and this one definitely has you covered if you are into long-running series because it is currently at 25 books. So again, if you like it, you've got plenty to go off of to add to your TBR, I guess, throughout the year, because I don't imagine you could read all of these plus the other ones, but hey, who am I to know that for sure? So speaking of Halloween, let's go on to our next recommendation, which is by Tonya Kappes, and it is a Halloween homicide. So you guys, of course, are familiar with Tonya, right? Like, many of her books, if not all of them, are available on Kindle Unlimited. She is an amazing indie cozy author. Lots of series under her belt. I am most familiar with the Campers and Criminals series, but this one is actually part of her, like, I forget the actual name of the series, but they're holiday themed books. And so this one obviously is during the fall, during Halloween. You definitely get your Halloween vibes with this one, but I know for sure you guys are in good hands with Tonya because she is, like I said, a super prolific cozy mystery author. Her books are really entertaining. They really give you that like southern feel, at least again for the Campers and Criminals series, but I feel totally comfortable recommending this one to you guys. Next up, we've got Fall for Murder. Now, this does start in the middle of the series. It is book 14 in the Cozy Baked Mystery series, but again, you guys know you can just dive right in when it comes to cozies. And in this particular one, what's interesting about it is that the amateur sleuth is the #1 suspect. And the reason that that is interesting, at least to me, is because typically when it comes to cozy mysteries, you do have the amateur sleuth typically being framed or being the, you know, top priority suspect on a murder investigation, but that happens in the first book because you need them to be kind of compelled to solve the murder and clear their name, you know, and if it's not the first book, it's at least within the first couple, right? Well, I gotta say, I'm a little surprised that it's coming in the middle of the series, or 14 books in, I shall say, but I'm really intrigued by that because by now the sleuth has really entrenched themselves into the town. You know all about them and their backstory, and so it takes a little bit of a turn, you know, in dealing with the local law enforcement because, you know, when they are kind of new to town or it happens in the beginning, they're nobody knows them, right? So it's interesting this time around. But all that said, let's talk about the like fall aspects, right? So you're definitely getting your chock full of autumnal descriptions with this one. You know, from the leaves falling and crunching under your foot, and just all of the kind of wonderful hues and the smells and scents that go along with fall. You're definitely getting that, especially since, as the name of the series indicates, Cozy Baked, you got a lot of like baked goods into it. So I, for one, super excited about this recommendation. And if you are interested in kind of foodie or cozies that feature like baking and stuff like that, definitely check this one out. Yes. Okay, so let's circle back around to kind of Halloweeny. If you are looking for a cozy that's got a bit more of a spooky or spoopy, which is kind of like fun, spooky vibes, then I definitely recommend Chaos at the Lazy Bone Bookshop. This is the first in a new series by Emmeline Duncan, and if you guys are familiar with her, it's because she writes the oh, I forget the name of it, but it's like the coffee cart series that's set in Oregon. Anyway, totally enjoy those books and recommend them if you like millennial cozies or cozies that feature like a coffee shop setting. As far as this one, again, it's taking a more of a spooky vibe because you've got this Halloween bookshop that our amateur sleuth owns. And so if you want kind of, again, more of a Halloween vibe, or think, you know, less pumpkin spice but more pumpkins, then I definitely recommend this one for you guys. Okay, so last up, I wanted to hit you guys with a doozy because I know this list is a little short and sweet, but I did want to recommend a box series. That way you have something to really sink your teeth into if you haven't already added the first 25 books of the first series that I mentioned. But this one is the Pumpkin Spice Murder box set by Addison Moore, and I had to add it in for a couple of reasons. One, it's pumpkin spice. Two, it's Addison Moore. And three, I forgot what the third one is. But anyway, definitely recommend this one because I love the covers, right? They scream fall. We're all about that. If we are going to judge books by their cover, this one is super compelling, and it actually has 3 fall-themed cozy mysteries. And I would say it's more of a sampler because each of these books are part of other series, or separate series, I should say, that the author has written. That way you get a little bit of a taster. And again, if you like one of the books or all of the books, you can continue on with their respective series. So let me go ahead and list out to you the names of the books and the series so that way you guys kind of know what to look out for. So first we've got the Dog Days of Murder, and that is part of her Country Cottage series. This one is actually book 2, but again, totally fine. The next we've got is Pumpkin Spice Sacrifice, which the name sounded familiar to me, and I feel like I probably recommended it in my pumpkin spice video from last year, but I can't be certain. It doesn't matter. Give me everything pumpkin spice related. This one is part of her Murder in the Mix series, and it's book 3. And last but not least, we've got Brambleberry Bay Murder, which is actually the first book in that series. So that's perfect if you are kind of a stickler and you want books that are the first book in the series. But regardless, all of these are fall themed, so you're being dropped right into the middle of the season. That way you can get all of your pumpkin spice goodness, all of your autumnal goodness, and you're just really feeling those cozy fall vibes. So I really feel like, side note, I should have a little ticker at the bottom that counts every time I say the word fall, because let's be honest, it's a lot. But again, I'm totally okay with it. I'm so excited for fall. I'm still excited for fall, I guess I should say. So hopefully you guys are too, and hopefully you really enjoyed this kind of little mini roundup of fall KU Recs. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these, if you have your own fall KU cozy recommendations for me or other people to add to our list. But that'll do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, I will talk to y'all later. Happy reading. Bye.